Ladies and gentlemen, baseball.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, baby. It's Nolan.
Yeah.
It's Coaks. Nolan's the Bowser team with all the Bowsers. You know it. You love it. Coaks is the Yoshi team.
Yeah.
Slobber Knocker at Yoshi Park.
Yeah, we knew that one. Should be a good game. Coaks can be electric. Double Bowser for Nolan.
Yeah, listen, man. I think it sucks that we're pretty deep and it hasn't like, you know, worked out incredibly thus far. But I think the double Bowser team sucks. Team's garbage.
Yeah.
But I think there is a game-winning strategy just in there.
Yeah. 100%.
And we've been messing around with it, you know, like, oh, maybe Bowser Jr., double Bowser, Bowser Jr., you know, getting green bones involved. I think there is a strategy. It involves bunting, unfortunately.
Yes.
But I think there's like I think right now we're trying green bones, Bowser, BJ with the other bones at the very end. That way you could find yourself in a situation where you get 2 bones on, then a Bowser, then you can't really walk. I mean, you probably want to walk the last Bowser, but then you walk in a run. We'll have to see.
I think this team, the Bowser team, the way it's built, it should be scoring at least a few runs if you're doing the bunting.
If you're good, not that Nolan's not, but if you're consistently good, I guess is what I should say.
If you can consistently,
you should be putting up a run at least one run every 3 innings.
Yeah.
Is what it feels
And this is a great start.
This is a great start. Great.
We have
super great.
The only other star hitter on the team is BJ, so we can
which you shouldn't use.
Right.
I really, even though I know it's like, where am I going to use my stars? I would just put them all in the, greenie, and genuinely, maybe I like 5-star with a Toad.
Right.
Like that's what I would be using my stars for. No joke. Oh, it did not work out. Okay,
that was the craziness. Even though we got out and Bowser was up, we decided to pitch to Bowser, which is fine. I think if you have 2, the whole thing.
Wow, ballsy to charge, and it was almost great.
Yeah, I mean, we got the chem. The thing is, though, if you have a runner on second and no outs, you could just double bunt, which is not fun. But
it's effective.
It's consistent. Right?
There's an argument to even leading off with double Bowser than just going to Bunt City, you know? Like Bowser, hope they don't pitch. The one thing that I will put firmly at Nolan's feet is his whole game, his whole series, his whole classic would be different if in his very first game he popped off hard and showed, if you pitch to my Bowser, I'm going to rip home runs.
Yeah.
He hasn't put up as many Bowser home runs as you'd want. Because if you watch Nolan play 20 games, however many we have, definitely not 20. But if you watch Nolan play a bunch of games and he doesn't hit, I think he's hit 2 Bowser home runs like the entire time so far. It's a low number.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You're just gonna go, well, I should pitch to Bowser because he doesn't hit home runs with him. But if you rip 5 on your first game, everyone's like, nope, can't do it.
Won't do it. Yeah, no, that's for sure. Oh, we didn't get the jump, but yeah, I think Nolan's whole thing, if he can keep Coaks off. If he could play a sound defensive game, then he's bound to score like a run with the double Bowser.
I think a real, you know who I think would do wonders with the Bowser team, ironically?
Who?
Jason.
I agree.
Because Jason hates Bowser, but I think Jason's our best pitcher. And if you could pitch like a monster and just rely on at some point, they're going to make a mistake and pitch to Bowser.
Yeah. And as long as you capitalize on the few chances that you get, or you know, string together a couple hits with the bad characters, then as long as you're keeping your opponent off runs.
I was gonna say if he got on with that Toad and there were 2 Toads on for this 3rd Toad, that would have been I think I'm putting all 5 stars into this.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But you know, not the worst situation in the mode. Toad on, you got 2 outs, so it's gonna be tough. Honestly, I don't want to tell what I think should be done here.
Yeah, I think I know what.
Now that it's happened, I'll say it. I would have stolen with Toad.
I would.
And then if he got out, you lead off with the double bones, and if he gets there, then the slap might score him.
Yep.
But you got a good slap hit. Obviously, I think it's worth investing in the star here. If it lands, you might score a run. If you don't, you got Bowser bases loaded.
Yeah, I think in that situation, I would have maybe tried to do a hit and run, because if it didn't work out, whatever. Because then I just lead off with the top of my lineup.
All right, this is good. This is good for Nolan.
But yet, if you get on,
because he's not going to throw the 4th ball. You're not walking dry bones.
But if you get on like you did here, now you're threatening with the top of your lineup. So let's see what he can do. Oh, it's not gonna squeak through.
It might be the best situation Nolan could have had the whole game. You know he's not gonna throw a ball because if you see a fourth ball, Bowser's are up.
Yeah.
But you know, it just didn't stick. Sometimes that hit doesn't work, and that hit was great.
That was right up the middle, splitting the Bowser core, and yeah, I mean this is scary, right? Because if you could get Paragoomba on here, or even just make sure you don't double play, then now you get the top of your lineup with 5 stars.
I personally love Yoshi. I think Yoshi. I know he's not the best captain. This might be okay, only a single.
Yeah, with the dive, no double play, but I like that. It's safe. Because you don't want that ball to just.
I was like, I think the Yoshi. I know people are coming down on it. We used to think it was an immaculate star hit, and now we're like, it's okay.
It's all right, yeah.
Because it does that sometimes, which wasn't a foul. What?
Guess no. I think the first 2.
Did he touch it too fast or something?
Perhaps.
Whack.
We're not gonna
so close.
We might have the out at second.
That was catchable. It's hard to read, but that could have been like a triple play.
Definitely tough. Also, I could be wrong. I'm gonna look at Jason on this one. If the first 2 bounces of the egg ball are fair, then isn't it just fair? Isn't it based on the 2 bounces? I'm pulling this out of nowhere.
You know what? I have no clue. I'll go with yes. I think that's very.
Yo! Oh, the ante! The ante from Bowser Toad's gonna let another run come across.
Unfortunate.
That sucks.
Also, Jason just declared that I'm correct. And based on no knowledge of anything,
2 runs ain't horrible. Double Bowser leadoff. You can. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're chilling. This is scary.
These are the scary.
That looked like almost.
I thought he could have reached it.
Yeah, I thought he could too. I probably would have swung at that one too.
Well, Bowser's got such long reach.
That's what I'm saying. It's deceptive sometimes too. Sometimes I find that players that are not as comfortable with Bowser's.
Not gone. Foul. Not even over the fence.
Newer players with Bowser, I've noticed, especially when I first started, I got very antsy at the plate with Bowser because I was like, he's got the longest bat, you know, or one of the longest bats, and I was like, I can reach anything, but you can't. You can't reach everything.
I think Coaks is trying to milk that inside, the inside being a little more difficult to work with than the outside because of that bat length.
Quickly.
Oh, that one's gone. All right, Nolan.
Bowser doing what Bowser does.
And you know what, man? We were talking about it before. And obviously, that first game mattered a lot. But even in each individual game, an early Bowser home run, 3rd innings pretty early, now gets in their head. Maybe I don't pitch to Bowser anymore. Maybe I get the 2 walks in a row, which is super valuable.
That's huge.
We'll have to see. And you know what? If it doesn't get in his head and he pitches, maybe it's just more free home runs.
Yeah.
The double Bowser, I don't know if it was worth the trade he gave you. But
I don't think it was for him either.
I get why he thought it could be.
No, yeah, for sure.
Blue Blob with a rip and a half.
I mean, obviously, I would have loved to have Bowser, but it would have been at the expense of having a normal classic team.
Yeah, you know? Are you complaining right now?
Instead of a goated classic team. So, no, definitely not.
You're like, the classic is meant to be a format where it's hard to pick a favorite to win the whole thing. Yeah. And yet here you are.
And yet here I am with my team. But regular season means nothing. I could drop first round to playoffs.
It's every single Mario Baseball format that, and you know, there's something to be said about maybe changing it to have this happen, but we don't have enough players that
have a cutoff.
That not like you might not make it to the finals.
Right.
And you know what? Not to I don't think this is offensive, but like we probably never will because it's hard to manage.
That many people.
It's more than 16 people. Like oh man, make sure they can all come and play and get their games in and whatnot. So, I mean, there are stakes. Obviously, you want the better seed. You don't want to buy or whatever. But you really gotta show up in the postseason.
Yeah.
Like if Nolan goes 0-11, but in that journey, oh my god, that's so messed up. But in that journey, learns exactly how to use his team to make runs.
I was just gonna say it matters. The regular season matters more in the classic because you're learning your own team, and you get used to the nuances of your team versus just a regular season,
you're just drafting,
like the season 9, where it's just you're drafting a new team every single time. Doesn't matter as much.
All right, stop the run from scoring. Yoshi's gonna get the second. Maybe he didn't stop the run from scoring. Oh no. Colin, I can't help but notice we're on the top of the fourth.
Oh yeah, you know, we had a discussion about the scariness of Bowser, and
It was a good discussion.
So
get it.
I have a I'm assuming
Yo, he went for the deck.
that's really based, but I have I'm assuming a comfy question for you
Oh, really?
because I'm assuming you're gonna choose the less.
I like to keep you on your toes. Maybe I
Yeah.
won't this time. You got an
Okay, so
uncomfy
here are
one?
the rules. I'll lay it down. You're gonna opt in for the uncomfy question, and you get to ask one back.
I'll start the uncomfy at bat.
Start the uncomfy at bat. All right. So, my question to you is, I guess this is I would say one of the more I don't know, judge myself. I feel like this is one of the more mild uncomfy
I
questions.
get to ask you anything if I answer it, or
Anything.
the same question back.
You get to ask me whatever you want.
Oh man, I want the social.
Okay. There's a discussion about this before I ask you your question. There's a discussion about this. Like, what if I don't want to answer the question?
I think
Is there some sort of punishment
I think it
involved?
was me and you
I think
had
it
the
was.
same exact joke about the social security number, and we agreed you'd get paintball.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely. I was gonna say. I think there's.
But
a
I'm not
paintball
gonna ask
involved.
you what your social is. Just a
Okay.
paintball. That'd be pretty mean.
So your uncomfy question is, and there will be a follow up if the answer is no, because that's not interesting. So, are there any like crazy conspiracy theories that you believe in?
crazy ones?
Yeah, like kind of like outlandish.
I don't think like thinking aliens are real is outlandish.
No, that's not. But if there's like some sort of like, there's some like deeper knowledge that you think you've got about it.
I don't think like the ones that I think you're fishing for. Like, you know, I don't think the moon landing was fake. I don't think lizard people exist. I'm gonna say no.
Do you know anyone who does?
Yes! Yes! This is the exact. I'm so glad this is the follow-up. Dennis.
Oh no.
We had a long conversation about it. Truly believes that Jesus was an alien.
Okay, I've heard that before.
And he thinks that, he thinks Jesus was real. All the miracles happened, but it was because he was an alien, not because he was the son of God. And I remember he told me that, and I was like, I wasn't ragging on him, but I was like, oh my God. Oh, it's
not
not
gonna make it.
gonna go.
That's
My heart broken.
shattered. Millions pieces.
Shattered, yeah. But he told me that, and we ragged on him, and then he tried. I think it was Jason. I was talking to Jason about it, and Jason was like, "There's no way, Papa." Then he explained it in a way that was like, "What makes more sense?" The possibility that aliens are real and they visited, or the Son of God, and then. Jason was like, well, I guess when you put it that way, I can understand the theory, but it's not like you believe it.
Right.
And then Dennis was like, no, I strongly believe it. He also very much believes in he believes in all the cryptids. Dennis is a big believer.
I like the cryptids. I think they're cool.
Hey
to
man,
think about.
I got the Mothman tattoo on my leg.
Yeah, there you go.
He's skateboarding.
Yeah, no, I've heard that Jesus. I've heard that he was like still a human being, but from a very, very future
Time traveler
that came
Jesus.
back, and like somehow was like with all his futuristic technology.
He has some
he was able to
biotech
hide.
that turns water into
Yeah.
wine. Bro, I hope that shit comes out while I'm alive.
Like, yeah. My dad's a big believer and people, like big believer, and people from the future are the aliens. There's no such thing as aliens. It's only us from the future looking back.
Like
And we're underwater.
hard enough that we're in the future and like travel to other planets.
Yeah.
Like all of it stems
Like,
from here.
Yeah,
Interesting.
UFOs are like us looking at like primitive us. Like he thinks a nuclear war already happened and we've already reset, and all the futuristic people are hiding in the caves underwater. Yeah, pretty crazy.
I mean, the fun part about conspiracy theory is like, oh my God, he rips another one! Hell yeah, Nolan!
take it!
Hell yeah!
All right,
Just gotta
now.
do that five more times, Nolan. 5 more times.
Yeah, there you go. Just string a few more Bowser dingers together. You're chilling. Now you got to think. 2 runs from Bowser. Do you keep pitching to him? I mean, double.
It depends
Bowser.
on how many runs I'm up by.
Right.
Because if I'm up by 4 every time one Bowser's up, yeah, probably,
Yeah,
unfortunately. What you gotta do is you gotta get them Bowsers up when the bases are loaded.
Yeah.
Or when there's, at least someone on. Even just that second Bowser with the first one on.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see.
Yes, we will.
There's plenty of ball up. I think he can swing it. I'm gonna tell you another conspiracy theory story because it's my personal favorite one.
Go for it.
Me and my good friend Bobby, who I've spoken about on the channel before, he's a bit of a character. He has a fun. I've told a few restaurant stories about him. Once we were going to Applebee's, and he was like, "Which one?" I told him which one I wanted to be at. He said, "Oh, I don't like that one." And I was like, who the fuck cares? They're at Applebee's. Like, what's the difference? What are you doing? Okay, I was nervous.
Controller, please reconnect. Controller.
And he was like, "There's a weird waiter there who like always wants to talk about like conspiracy theories." And I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to talk to him." And I was like, "Well, it's the closer one. We're going to it." And he was like, "Oh, if we get that waiter, I'm gonna be pissed." And I was like, "If we get that waiter, we just got to weird him out and not talking about it."
Yeah.
And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "We'll just think of something even crazier." And he was like, "Haha, I thought I was kidding." Whatever.
Yeah.
We go. We get the waiter. He's like, "Oh shit, we got the crazy waiter." And then I was like, "How bad is it?" He was like, "If you say anything to him that isn't about food, he will find a connection to a conspiracy theory."
Nice.
And I don't remember exactly what we said, but it turned into like we were talking about a movie's CGI or something amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
And he comes in with the, "Oh man, you think this is good? I mean, you've seen the moon landing, right? Obviously, that's the best CGI's ever done, but you can see all the mistakes and prove it."
Oh my goodness.
And he goes on for like 3 minutes about how the moon landing was faked. And then he just goes, "What do you guys think?" And I swear to God, this happened. I'm not just trying to gas myself up here. I looked this man dead in the eyes and went, "You believe in the moon?" And when I tell you, it wasn't a long conversation, but I blew his socks off. He was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like,
"That's awesome."
And I just looked at Bobby and I was like, "He doesn't know." And he stopped for the rest. I don't know. I've never seen him again.
That's amazing.
Don't know what I did. I'm assuming he spent the rest of his shift like looking it up and just didn't talk to anybody. But I didn't think it was gonna work that well. But all I said was, "You believe in the moon."
Oh, this is big.
Huge.
Huge.
Oh, game-changing bobble.
Wow.
I gotta be real with you, man. I know like you're up by a lot. I think I double walk, which is crazy, right? You're walking in a run doing that. But I don't want to rag on Nolan. The man hasn't made too much happen with his non-Bowsers.
Oh, but this isn't Bowser!
The motherfucker's back in it, baby!
This is Bowser!
This is Bowser! New show! HBO Max. Sequel to This Is Us.
Wow.
This is Bowser.
Now,
Sterling K.
now
Brown.
you gotta walk. You must. Okay.
It worked out, I
it
suppose.
worked out. But
oh, baby.
no, but I gotta say the restaurant thing, like that's like a good impromptu improv.
Well,
Like
I did do improv in college, so
yeah.
Little bit of that played into it. I've always kind of been like that my whole life. I'm pretty quick on my feet.
Yeah, that's good.
Hence why I'm worthy of being here at the Mario Baseball
Yes.
commentary table.
You know, the whole reason I made Colin's Uncomfy Questions because I knew I didn't have that same ability as some of the guys in this booth.
It gets developed, and you can, and you know what? Not to rag on anybody. It's purely business speaking here. You see who gets to stay in the booth and who stops going into the booth.
Yeah.
We put you guys through the ringer, and the big, the guys who make all this happen. Me, Nick, we're always gonna be in here as we're in charge. But if you earn your space, man, and the people love you, and they the Colin's Uncomfy Question. Some people say, "Oh my God, I hate this," but you know what the most important
Too
thing
much
about
sex talk.
But you know what the most important thing about that is? They said something.
Yeah, they did. It provoked something. That's huge.
So you're, as far as I'm concerned, man, you get the keys to the castle.
Hey, I appreciate that.
So does Spencer. Obviously, he's here a bunch.
Spencer is the best.
We're trying to hone Nolan's skills.
Yes.
And Maddie just doesn't want to get in here. It's nothing against him personally. He just chooses not to sit on the mic.
No, we're talking about Maddie.
Maddie.
We love Maddie.
love
Maddie's
Maddie.
great. And that's the thing, though. If you don't get in the booth, the fans don't really get to know you.
Yeah, they
as
only know
well.
you as a player. And granted, Maddie thankfully has the skills to
to
justify it. But
He pulls up.
we have plenty of players in our history. I believe we had this past summer we had a fan meetup
Yes.
where one of the trivia questions was how many people have played as a member of Dinger City, like not just a one-off appearance. Like they're
Okay.
considered
I
a
was
Dinger
gonna
City
say.
member, and I think the answer was 50.
50?
Nick, 50 Dinger City members at the time.
Wow.
50 even. It was crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot
and,
more.
and we've had more since. And that was pre you.
Yeah,
so
pre-me.
The hits keep coming and they don't stop coming.
They don't stop coming. And they don't stop coming.
They do not stop coming.
They don't stop
And
coming.
speaking of never stopping coming,
This is-
that was big.
Oh,
Okay, not
we could've
but
scored
it wasn't
another.
massive, but it was big.
We could have taken the lead there, I think, with Yellow Toad.
This I'm gonna say this is the
Oh.
at bat of the game. You
and
get
it's
on
marked
here, and then
Good eye.
Bowser's home. You get
Yeah.
on here, you score Toad, Bowser's up. You're probably gonna now. I mean, I hope you're gonna start walking Bowser after what's happened so far.
I would hope so.
So you're praying for this out.
and, we're
And
gonna
you're
get it.
getting it. God is real.
We're gonna
He
get
was
it.
an alien looking back from the future. Coaks prayed. Then Coaks had 37 generations of children. One of them invented the time machine. Is Jesus Christ. Came back and answered the prayer.
And here we are with the tied game.
Tied game, top of the eighth. We've had a lot of competitive baseball tonight. And one of the big things there's a big pro and con to how we record these games. We do it based on who's here. So obviously we record sometimes we get all of Coaks. You'll get like Coaks' week 7, 8, 9, and 10
Yes.
recorded in a row. But you guys obviously have 5 games in between all of
Yes.
those. One of the benefits, obviously the big negative is we never know what the fuck we're talking about back here.
Yeah. We can't really mention other games.
But
as
the big
much.
positive is when someone's hot,
Yeah.
you're guaranteed week after week of good baseball.
Yeah.
And we've been seeing a lot at a Coaks, at a Lionel.
Yeah.
Some real competitive baseball. Double walking the Bowsers, totally get it.
Double
He's looking
Ken.
to charge with BJ,
I don't
which
mind it.
in a great world is a home run, but in
But
a bad
this
world is
is-
advancing the
this
runners. You
is
should be
the
turning
real
around.
world.
I
Yeah, we could have tagged up.
I think you should just when you're charging with BJ with the double Bowser, you just stay on. You're hoping to hit a home run.
Yeah.
And if you don't hit a home run when you're charging, it's not landing probably.
Yeah, no. It's gotta be up and down quick. in
Noki
order.
could hit a tasty little lick here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nolan's got a good eye right now.
I think the only 3 characters that I think can most
Oh
reliably.
yeah, dude!
Wow.
Bases loaded for
We
the
take
Nolster.
those. What do we do here? I think there's only one option.
I
but
think
it's not very fun.
Listen, I know it's
But
not
for
fun,
Nolan,
but
it's gonna be fun.
I think this is the easiest bunt of my life
Yes.
when I'm Nolan, man. I have yet to taste victory. It's
Yeah.
free. The people at home will understand.
Yes, and I think the people will love to see the double Bowser take
But
home a
he
win.
chooses. It was his choice to get double played there, going into the 9th. No stars.
Hey, but it was a
Tie
perfect
ball
hit.
game.
It was a perfect hit.
It was
though.
perfect. Dude, I think about it all the time. Me and Jason on comms maybe 3 seasons ago had a whole bit where we ragged on the word perfect popping up. And every time a bad
awful.
one happens, I think about it because
It's awful.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was amazing. Great, even.
Woo!
I honestly
It should
think,
be saved for home runs,
No,
I think.
actually, we definitely see the word perfect be bad more often than it is good.
100%.
You know,
I
which
bet-
is
I bet
ridiculous.
I bet all my money on it.
That's so stupid, though.
All right, Nolan's
Now.
got the double piss toad
We
into
got-
the naked bones to win this ball game with.
The ragtag.
I think
team.
we're seeing extras personally, but I'd love to see Nolan
I would
silence me.
absolutely love. We got to do the dance. I think we talked about this way earlier in the season. If Nolan takes home this win, I think we should do a little dance.
Just do a little dance. You got one
Yeah.
choreographed?
No.
Oh, I gotta ask you a question.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Oh god. I think we're getting extras, so I'm not super worried about it. But I guess I should think fast.
Yeah.
Who do you hate most in this world and why?
Oh man.
You have
try
to
not
have personally
hate
met
people.
them.
Okay.
Can't be like, oh, I hate insert president you dislike here. He
Yeah.
ruined the country.
No. Definitely gonna.
Playing both sides there, you see.
We like that. Staying neutral. I think
Great hit.
there's a couple people that I can think of just from like.
Obviously,
high
you
school.
don't have to full name drop them.
Oh, yeah,
You could
no.
first name only. You could pseudonym. But I meant like, this guy from high school who did this, not like Ben Foster, hate that guy, lives at this. Here's his exact address. Don't dox anybody.
So I mean, there's this kid named Joe from
Mario Superstar Baseball.
Yeah, not Mr. Joe, not huge. He went to my high school, and his last name is not Mother.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to know what his last name isn't. Yo, what a play from Yoshi.
We gotta get back.
He's gonna, thankfully. But.
So, I have pretty strong morals. Like, I try to stand by my morals the best I can. He was just like...
Steal here. Yeah, no, you gotta steal and lead off with the star hitter. You got 1 star left. You gotta steal, dude.
I think...
Oh, man.
Oh,
dude.
man.
It's quiet. My whispers aren't
but
working. But there he
high
goes.
School...
He's still swung out.
Imagine we got
You had to keep the star was the thing.
So I don't know. He was on top of just being a total douche. Like,
Fair.
He just like obviously. So he had diabetes, right? Which is
why
obvious. Which is not why I hate him. But he was on the baseball team.
My bad. Sorry.
And it
was the context, not the statement.
Right. Yes.
Yo! Oh, not
kind of a
just not enough.
He used it as a way to get into everything. Like, and this is not just a rag on him. Like, he used it to get into the honors.
Ooh, third was bold, but he made it.
He made it. He used it to get into, like, the honors classes and stuff when he didn't have the marks to do it. He got onto the baseball just by, like...
my marks would be higher if I didn't have this.
And then he was let in anyway. Like, stuff like that. Like...
Gotcha.
Obviously, having diabetes is bad. Not good.
Yeah, so I've been told.
I think we can all agree on that. But, like, to use that to your advantage to do things was just
the biggest double play, and Nolan's like, why aren't you? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why didn't you just throw?
Tag it! Throw it! Just throw it!
Oh, man. So I think it was just...
Fuck!
That was... I mean, I see he tried to run it, but it just... didn't work out. It was tough. Hey, we still have the top of our lineup coming in. We could easily tie this game.
He's leading with the best situation he could be,
Right.
other than keeping that star he should have kept.
But yeah, anyway, moral of the story was this kid was very mean to me, and he also went against like a lot of the stuff that I believe in.
Gotcha.
So that was why. Sorry, Joe. He definitely doesn't watch this, but...
I don't even want to know what
Did he
that
believe
means. He said, what did he believe in? Giganthopithesis?
What is that?
Oh, no.
Exactly?
Oh, my achy, breaky heart. Take it.
What
Just
just
take
happened?
it. Take it as a win.
We'll take those.
Oh, it is Captain. You gotta milk this star. You gotta milk this star more than you've ever milked any man, woman, animal, plant. I know soy's got milk. Is that a plant? Is soy a plant?
I don't know.
It must be. What
Yes,
else could
it
it
has
be?
to be. It has
He
to be.
milked it. Soy boy Nolan milking that
Soy
plant.
boy!
Yes.
Oh,
It's a bean. All right. The man needs one run.
All right.
This
We
is
don't have a
it
star.
sucks that you don't have the star. But if you get on with dry bones here, it's a game changer.
Yeah. And we will.
Consider the game change. Consider it change.
Keep on Nolan.
You
Nolan,
have
Nolan.
to. You literally have to walk both Bowsers.
Yeah.
Because one bad pitch. What do you? Oh,
Okay.
he's ripped 3 home runs. If he
Yeah.
rips another one, the game is actually just over. I think.
Well, we still gotta capitalize.
Well, because he's gotta. I mean, like, it's so hard. Because if he walks again, you bunt in 2 runs and win.
This is what the
Bowser team was supposed to be doing all along.
Supposed to be for.
If no one blows this.
Oh my God!
Yeah!
It's over! The comeback over! Get your umbrellas! Do your little dancey dance! This game is over! Nolan!
Just keep Nolan. Dance. Tag out.
Yeah.
We both deserve the dance. Tag
Let's
out.
go.
Oh, man. He's done it. Nolan! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. What
my
conspiracy
God.
theories
Oh
do
my
you
God.
believe in? Tag them below.
Yeah.
Congratulate Nolan. Buy his fucking shirt. He earned it. Well, I don't know, man. Outro stuff? Dinger
Yeah.
City out.